So it is official. Earen is now officially a farmer and he is now working on the farm. Guess what he's doing? Now watch where he's going. Diney, come on. I'm sure it's probably gonna take him some time to get used to this. Yeah, and that mower was bought specifically just for him. Actually, Eric bought it to go between the pine trees because his new mower is too big for between the pine trees. So it's dual purpose. We can put Earen to work on some areas and have Eric mow between with this one.
I did a test mow in between the trees and it fits just fine.
Oh yeah?
See, I did a match.
Oh yeah. Look at him, he's all smiling. Yeah. When you're 9 years old and mowing the grass is cool because you're driving a car.
I told him it's a tractor, and he's like, no, it's not, it's a lawnmower. I said, well, it's a lawn tractor.
Oh yeah. So the Christmas trees have been in the ground for a couple of weeks. The bare root trees are definitely having a harder time than the potted trees. And I think a lot of that is because they didn't get rained on as soon as they got planted. They had to depend on us watering them. They say that you should expect roughly about 10% of your trees to die when you plant them the first year, whether spring or fall. Either because of shock, which is what I'm seeing on a lot of these, or because of just not watering or poor soil conditions. I'm not exactly sure what causes shock. I did read a little bit about it online. I know that planting them early in the season helps prevent it. Basically, the needles all turn brown and begin to fall off, almost like it's dead. But as we go along and look at some of these trees, we can see that some of them have brown needles, while other areas of the same tree are green. Some of them, the entire tree is brown, but the needles are not falling off. And other trees, well, there's a lot of green on them still. Some like this one just have a little bit in the center. And some like this one have a very small bit in the center. But I don't think they're dead, because when you look at some of them, you can see they're already starting to open up and blossom. Despite all of the stress they're going through, they're still fighting to survive. And even though they're brown and they appear dead, I think they might just pull through. You know, it's interesting because the trees that we thought we'd have the problems with, which are the trees that were literally swimming in 10 inches of water, are looking fine. All of these guys right through here, when we planted them, these guys were all swimming in water. These are all the potted trees right through here. And these are the Frasers. The Frasers were swimming in water. And even several of the Canans down here were all swimming in water. The trees are all maturing at a different rate. It's crazy to see the difference on some of these trees. You've got this guy who's growing an inch already. This is an inch of growth right here. So this is gonna probably keep growing. This is a Canan fir. So these guys will actually grow about 18 inches a year. So here's his first inch within the first 3 weeks. It's exciting to see that new growth come on. It's hard on them right now, but we're watering them. I've got a soil sample coming, and I think they'll pull through. The rest of them are looking pretty good. This is an older Canaan fir. You can see how large it is compared to the other ones. What do you think, Diney? Here's one of our bare root Canaans that's starting to bud out too. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. So the ground in this area is completely different than any other area on our property. It's a mix of black topsoil, sandy, and clay in several different spots, which can make it really hard to grow anything. In years past, even in the wild, there wasn't really much that grew here, except Queensland lace. So this is going to be a good test to see how well at least the Canaan firs can do. So we are going to try them right here in this wetter area right here. The next area I'm going to plant is right smack in the middle of the field. The soil tends to be a little bit more sandy, so I'm going to put several out there. And then lastly, I'm going to put several in the very far ends. We don't usually put much out there just because it really doesn't grow much. It's wet, it's kind of a clay topsoil, and it's just not the best stuff. So we'll give that a shot too. It really does like to grow Scotch pine and white pine though. We've got lots of volunteer pines back there. All right, let's get rolling. This looks like a black sand. Okay, now we're gonna put probably 3 more right in this area so we have a very good idea of how they do in this particular zone. And then 3 more out there, and then some more out there. Hi, you need some attention? Huh? You do need some love? You need some love? Alright, so the Timothy seed has been down for about a week and 2 days. So this is what we have coming up. You can see all these little tiny single grass blades popping up all over. So of course we have lots of little weeds right here because anytime you rough up the ground you're gonna get weeds. But the Timothy it's sprouting. Here's a really nice grouping right here of it. Let's see. Hi. Hi. And all this green that you're seeing out here, that's all stuff that has just been growing. That's not Timothy, that's just wild stuff that the Timothy seed has to unfortunately grow through. All right, let's go check on our Christmas trees now. So these guys, these trees are at a major disadvantage because they've actually been sitting in the barn for like 2 weeks, rolled up in plastic. No dirt, just some water on their poor little roots. But, they seem to be liking it down here so far. I don't see any stress on them just yet. Well, okay, so this one's losing. This one might have been losing some from earlier. It's hard to say. There's a little bit of brown turning on there. Why? That might have been why it was turning brown. Carl. Okay, so here's a good example of stress on the tree. You can see right here how it's starting to turn just a little bit yellow. These are going to have the hardest time because they sat so long in the barn and it got hot. I don't know how any of these trees are going to do. Like I said before, this area just does not grow very much. So planting this whole thing out full of, 2,000 to 3,000 trees from where I'm at all the way to the back, that's a lot of trees that you could stand to lose. If you don't know they're going to survive. Hey guys, come on. Carl, Daddy, Tot. Tot. Come on, guys. Let's go. We're supposed to be getting a good solid week of rain this weekend into next week. So maybe, just maybe, it will pop my hayfield a little bit. So we've got, so right here you can see we've got two different kinds of orchard grass. We got one that's yellow, completely yellow, and one that's more of a blue color. I'm fairly certain these are two different types, but I could be wrong. So what are conditions looking like on your farms? How is hay season looking in your area? Is it looking the same? Is it looking worse? Let me know. This just is not too good at all. It's low, wetter ground. I honestly think this area would really benefit from a good Timothy overseeding just because it does tend to be more wet. But this area is gonna get planted with Christmas trees coming up very soon too. You got it. Keep pushing. You're all right. You gotta push that one out there, kid. You got it. There you go. There you go. Push it out. You got it. Come on. Come on. There you go. You got it. Yes, you got it. Maybe. Come on. It's trying. It's kind of hard to tell because in the red, but... where I was at. I don't know if it's even gonna be able to lift it. It looks like it's kind of struggling. Wow. Yeah, it's spinning. It's definitely spinning. Huh? I said it's definitely spinning. You know, when the weather's nice and boys just like to get out and play in the sandbox with their trucks. Oh, it's got to get shoved your way. All right, hold on. All right. Great. Boy, this thing is tires are so caked right now. Oh, is he gonna eat the camera? Okay. I'll probably grab that stump right there as soon as he clears the area. Didi, come on, over here. Or maybe just let him run it over a couple times. I have to go to remove this UIM. Didi, come on. So these guys are literally able to drop this stuff off faster than we can scoop it. Or faster than Earen can scoop it. It's like some good healthy chunks of metal in that one.